This is where you buy the tickets, and we're going to start in the Western group. We made it to Khajuraho. Steve and I were here a good 20 years ago, and honestly don't remember very much about it, except, of course, the erotic statues, which everybody remembers, and so will you after you see them, because they are in impossible positions. Khajuraho is considered one of the 7 wonders of India, and second only to Agra, but only 10% of the temples have the erotic carvings. It's that which everybody remembers. We were in Konark in Orissa, and our guide there, when we questioned, well, why all this erotic art on temples, his theory was one of 3. For tantric reasons, because that's number 1. Number 2, because the workmen were isolated without any women and just played out their fantasies. And the 3rd was to test the purity of worshipers as they walked around the temples. It's Govind, who will be shepherding us around the Western set of temples today, and possibly the Eastern and Southern tomorrow morning. So let's go.
Please.
You can see you can rent audio guides and shepherd yourself around.
This is the western group of the temples, the main complex of the temples. The name of the village has been derived from the date palm trees. In Hindi, date palm tree is known as Khajur. It was religious and cultural capital of the Chandela dynasty between 9th to 14th century AD, and Chandela rulers had claimed to have been the descendants of the moon god. Moon, sun and fire, they all are believed to be the gods according to Hindu mythology, because we have 330 million gods and goddesses. 22 rulers in whole dynasty, and during different periods, altogether they built 85 temples one by one. And they were the great lovers of the art and architecture, so they succeeded to each other. Out of original 85 temples now, only 25 temples are left. Most of them were destroyed by the Muslim invaders, and some temples were badly damaged by the nature, like lightning and raining, because for a long time nobody took care. So remaining, these 25 temples have been divided in 3 groups geographically: Western, Eastern and Southern group of the temples, or Indo-Aryan architecture, representing the mountain, 10th century AD, between 930 to 950 AD. So it is almost 1100 years old, dedicated to Lord Vishnu, and it is called Lakshmana.
Lakshmana Temple,
Lakshmana
this one right
Temple.
in front of us.
Because he was very powerful when he was young. He fought with a lion and had killed a lion. So this figure was adopted as an emblem of the dynasty. It is a royal emblem of the Chandelas. It can be seen on every temple.
If I remember correctly, I believe Govind said there were 16,000 workmen, they think, who worked on this, and all the decoration were done on site here. All the temples erected without mortar, without nails, without anything. And even though there are 5 individual temples, the big one in the middle, 4 around each corner, it's still considered one temple.
The outer walls have been adorned with several sculptures like war, hunting, gods and goddesses, male and female figures, as well as some erotic figures. The depiction of this type of carving are 2 regions. One is the influence of the Tantrism. The another is whole carving is representing the different aspects of human life, because according to Hindu philosophy, going to the temple, taking round of the temple from outside in clockwise. So that means he is passing through this worldly life, looking at the sculptures, enters the temple, leaving the lust, illusion and ignorance behind, and then he surrenders himself in front of the main icon, sanctified in the inner sanctum sanctorum. They have big eyes, long horns, big mustache with the mouth opened. They are the mythical faces and they are called Kirti Mukhas.
I won't even try to say that.
Kirti Mukha are to protect the temple from the evil eyes.
Oh,
So the divine figures are mostly of Vishnu and Shiva, and they can be identified easily by the things they hold in their hands or by their vehicles have been depicted underneath
there are famous apsaras.
and writing a letter. But you can see the expression trying to hide, you can see the movements of her shoulders. So the way she is smiling, the way she is hiding, meaning it is not a simple letter, it is a secret letter.
It took 20 years to complete. I wonder why. Were the workers isolated here too when they were carving?
Yes.
They were. You can see her putting on her makeup. And there's our first erotic carving.
Attendant is smaller.
Okay, so she's just helping them.
Helper. The main couple in the center is a royal couple when you see the long hair, the beard, and lot of jewelry, especially when you see the armlets, bracelets, completely different from the simple people. That is
You could stand here and stare at just one little panel forever, picking out the details.
different kinds of musical instruments. They are singing devotional songs and worshipping the Shiva Lingam. Of an attendant who is shy, hiding his eyes.
Celestial weightlifters.
Holding the weight. And even if you see the expressions, they are feeling the load.
Like, oh,
They are
this is
carrying
very,
the load of
very
the and
heavy.
flying. They seem to be more eroticism. And then
In this one, you can see her necklace. It almost looks like she's wearing a bra. The folds of her dress. You need a guidebook or a guide so you know what to look for. That's for the sound and
they
light
sit there
show.
and there's light up on every temple one by one. There are big speakers for the running commentary going on through. Mirror.
Yes.
And then the couple, they are embracing to each other but being disturbed by a little monkey.
Oh, there it is.
Looks like he started playing with the monkey because he knows if monkey gone, lady's also gone.
This elephant sculpture is smiling because he's watching the couples do all kinds of interesting things.
6 to 7 years, the Archaeological Survey of India cleans them without using any machine, any press service, because if they use any machine or presser can be harmful for the stone.
So how do they clean it?
There are
Yeah.
dozens of people climbing up on the top using a small brushes, washing every block with the diluted ammonia and water, and each and every block is rubbed carefully from top to bottom by hands.
What I'm trying to do is video just the most important apsaras, just like everybody else does. Look at the detail.
So Dean himself climbing up to get the information about the particular ruler, about the particular temple.
This is a sanctorium with the statue of Vishnu in the center there.